Hello, my YouTube world. This is Johnny Mow. Before you buy your brand of mower, before you look at your brand of mower, stay tuned. I want to talk about this specific brand. Hello, my YouTube world. This is Johnny Mow coming to you today. Just like I said in my intro, we're going to be talking about Ferris and how it's helped me in my business. So right off the rip, if you guys are looking for a new mower brand, if you're looking to try another brand of mower, if you're buying a brand, I would encourage you to take a look at Ferris. Mentioned all the benefits before, and before we really get down to the deep things of this video, I want to say that Ferris is not sponsoring this video. I'm not sponsored by Ferris. I'm not going to tell you that I have not talked to anyone from Ferris, but I'm telling you that I'm not getting a dime for this video, and they're not sponsoring this video. But I am going to tell you why I chose Ferris and why I think it can help you make money, and why I believe this company is one of the best companies in the United States for mower manufacturing. So in 2007, I was leaving a brand of mower, Toro. We had a great dealer here. They were 10 minutes from my house. I just felt like the product wasn't up to snuff. Had a bad incident, and I just wanted to get away from it. I wanted to go in a completely different direction, so I decided to try Ferris. I went to another dealer. I demoed it. I was like, wow, this thing's comfortable. Had a nice bagging system with it. I put over 4,000 hours on that mower, and eventually I decided to get out of the Ferris line. I went to the Snapper Pro line. It was more of a money issue. And the deck, at this time, they were bringing out the ICD deck. Now, the problem back then is Ferris had a squared off deck, squared in the front, and it just couldn't cut wet grass, and it couldn't cut high grass. It would just leave clumps, hard to clean up, just a mess. But I was bagging at times, so it didn't really bother me as much. But here's the thing. Ferris knew they had the most comfortable mower. They knew guys were complaining about this deck. So what did they do? They come out with the ICD deck. Right there alone, guys, Ferris is actually listening to the people using the mowers. They're not listening to a bunch of boardroom members who are saying, hey, listen, we got the most comfortable mowers. We're selling them. Don't worry about it. Nope. They went back to the drawing board, came up with the ICD deck, and I'm telling you, the ICD deck is a top 3 decks in the whole industry. When it comes to cutting wet grass, tough grass, ICD ranks up there. When it comes to cutting weekly grass, ICD ranks up there. It's one of my favorite decks. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Ferris, the ICD deck, is the absolute best deck on the market. I don't believe that it is. But what I do believe is that it can hang with any of those decks. I can take this mower out. I can stripe just as good as your Exmark. I can go and cut grass right next to your Exmark. I can leave my lawn looking just as good. That's what matters. The difference is I'm going to be more comfortable doing it. So when I was in the Snapper Pro line, I just missed the ride of it. I just missed the ride of the Ferris. I ended up buying a Toro, and then eventually I just went back to Ferris. And what I'm about to tell you is the reason why I'm staying with Ferris. See, I'm an end user. This is a real business for me. This YouTube, I don't make enough money off YouTube to live off of or anything like that. It's a good supplement. It might make a mower payment here or there. But the truth of the matter is, this is what I do for a living. So I need equipment that's in the field that I can rely on, that comes from a good company. It can cut grass. It's comfortable. And the older you get in this business, the more comfort is going to dominate your decision making. So the thing that I noticed about Ferris over the years, anytime I had a question that my dealer could not answer, all I had to do was call the factory. There's live people in America giving you real life answers to your issues. I can't tell you, I've probably called that place a couple dozen times over the years looking for information because my dealer couldn't do it. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have the best dealer in the world, because I don't. I don't take my mower in even for warranty work. I'd rather try to fix it myself because it just stays there too long. You know, they've been known to keep it 2, 3, 4 weeks. And I'm sure you guys have a great dealer in your area. That's all awesome and cool. But at this time, our dealer's just struggling with mower returns. So basically, I just try to fix it myself, try to get the part warranted and fix it myself. So I went to the dealer about 3, 4 weeks ago for my F210. I needed a pulley for it so I can put my bagger on it. And so I went up to the dealer. I went in, I waited in line, till it was my turn for the part center. I walked in and I was like, hey, I need this pulley for this Ferris model. And they're like, well, you're going to have to go to the sales department, sir, because I need the bagger number. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went, waited in line. The young man was busy, had a customer, very nice young man. Gave me the part number. I went back, waited in line again till it was my turn. Gave him the part number for the bagger. So we looked through the things. I see, yep, that's the pulley I need. So we clicked on that pulley. Well, there was 4 pulleys. And he's like, I really don't know which pulley you need. I don't want to order one of these pulleys and not be the one. Well, I appreciated that, but I just been up here for about 45 minutes now. And I have no answer to the question. So I came home, I was frustrated. I bought the F210 to put a bagger on it because I wanted to be able to bag up my leaves. I had an accelerator for this mower that you're looking at right here, but I just didn't want to use the accelerator more because it's just too slow of a process. I wanted to put my triple bagger on that F210. This is my main mower. The F210 is my backup mower, which I will use more in the fall. Probably from now on, I'll be using that more. So I'm sitting in my garage, frustrated. So I call the factory. I said, hey, listen, I got an issue. I can't find this part number. My dealer can't find this part. Can you help me out? Within 5 minutes, he gave me the exact pulley number I needed. Called my dealer, got it ordered, went up and got it, got that bagger put on. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about. The Ferris factory up there, the service department, was able to help me. I called them last year about the oil guard system. It was new. I just got this. There wasn't enough information online about it. I needed to know some information about it. He sat there for 10 minutes and broke it all down, all the studies they have, and he talked to me. I wasn't even a dealer. I was an end user. Imagine they care that much to talk to me. They walked me through issues. I couldn't, when I first got my 2100, was that 2-3? It was 2017. I got the 2100, and I was changing the hydraulic fluid, and I filled up the hydraulics, and it wasn't leaking down in. I mean, I waited an hour; it didn't move. So I called the dealer, and he was like, "Try to jack up the tire and turn it." And I'm like, "This don't sound right. That's not what they say in the manual." So I called again. I called the factory. And guess what? He told me where the bleeder bolt was. I had to take it off. He told me what size it was. Told me it's better to use this type of socket to get at it. It was out in seconds. Fluid. Guys, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Back in 2007 when they had that bad deck, it was a sufficient deck. It could cut grass. As long as conditions were good, no issues. But when conditions were bad, it was worthless. They could have just stayed on that. They could have just stayed there, but they didn't. They're innovative. They said, we're coming out with the ICD deck. We're going to perfect this deck. We're going to make this mower the best mower. And that's the kind of company that I want in my corner when I'm having issues. I can call a factory. I can actually try to go call your mechanic at your dealership. It's like, hey, he's busy right now. Can he call you back? All of a sudden you forget the next day. I call that factory and there's someone there to answer. And I love that. I love that about Ferris. And listen, Ferris seen a need in a push mower market. They came out with the FW15. I tell you what, it's not perfected by any means, but I'll guarantee you this. You give them a couple years, they're going to figure that mower out and they're going to dominate that market. I say all that to say this, guys. The Ferris has truly been a great mower for me. They're not sponsoring me to say this. If you're looking for a mower, give them a chance. They have great stand-ons. They have probably the #1 stand-on in the United States right now. Maybe not the #1 selling, but man, that Z3, that Z2 and that Z3X, that's a good stand-on. It's competing with that right mower. It's competing with it. Think about that. Ferris has everything you need in that lineup. And give them a chance, guys. They've been there for me. I'm telling you, I'm passing the information on. I don't have to make this video. They're not paying me. I'm not getting a free mower out of this deal. I'm just letting you know that this is what's helped me, Johnny Mow, in my business. Because I'm an end user. And in the end, this is what I use to make money with. And what I use and what I choose is a Ferris. Thanks, guys.